As a solopreneur, I have to wear all the hats in my business. And the last couple of years, with everything that went on with that virus, everything got turned upside down in my business. And as 2022 arrives, I am committed to making sure that I turn things around and make this the best year I've ever had in my business. So I went away for 2 days. I got an apartment in Chicago. Full disclosure, it's actually my daughter's apartment, and she and her fiance were away on a trip. And I moved in with their cats for 2 days, and I really started dissecting everything in my business. I really wanted to make sure that I went into 2022 with a plan like I haven't had since the early days of starting my company. So I make my living as a professional speaker, a coach, and a trainer, and that world got really rocked in the last couple of years. But things are changing, and as the world opens back up, I wanted to make sure that I had a business plan, a set of goals and strategies that I could execute on. So what I did is I spent 2 days doing a deep dive. I really went through who I am as a person, who I am as a business person, and what I want to do. And one of the things that I did was I wrote everything out on these big sticky notes that you see behind me, everything in 3 categories. I wrote down things that were about my business and money. I wrote down things that were about my mind and my soul. And I wrote down things that are about my body and my fitness. If I can just focus on those 3 areas moving forward into the new year, I am going to be able to really get things going and make things better than ever before. So I ask you, if you're a solopreneur, have you made a business plan for the new year? What are you trying to accomplish in 2022? And do you want to achieve more? Are you ready to achieve more? And I'll tell you what, if you're not ready, it doesn't matter how big your dreams are or what you hope for. If you're not ready to take the action, create the routines, and break it down so that you're doing the things you need to do every single day, you're just gonna be stuck on that same hamster wheel that I was stuck on for the last couple of years. So, my hope for you is that you take some time to do some business planning. Now, I've done this before, and I've always been a real avid goal setter. But what I did different this time is I really sat down and identified those 3 areas. It was mind, body, and money. And I looked at these areas and I looked at, what do I want from my mind? And for mind, I combined learning and spirituality. Because I think anytime that you learn, that you gain knowledge, you're giving a gift to your soul. The second thing was body, and that was all about nutrition and fitness. Look, I'm 55 years old. I have to pay attention to these things. It's not like when I was 30 that I could just eat and drink and not exercise. Now I have to be really smart. And I'll be honest, the last couple of years probably wasn't as smart with some of those things as I should have been because I was distracted by the fact that we had a crazy situation going on in the world and that my business had been turned upside down. So now as I move forward, it's time to get my stuff together and make sure that that is all on track. And then the last area was money. Look, if you're not making enough money, there's no way you're going to be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So what did I do? Is I broke down everything. I wrote down every idea of what I could do to make money, what I could do to improve my health, and every idea of what I could do to really grow my soul, my mind. And I put them all in those sticky notes that I showed you a minute ago. And then I took some down, I crossed things out, I combined things, and I looked for patterns. I looked for things that were all the same, that would impact all 3 areas. And then I created a daily routine. And that daily routine, I'm gonna be honest with you, is gonna be super hard to follow because I'm not like a super organized person. I'm not someone who follows routines. I don't have a bunch of rituals and habits. But I know if I wanna succeed in 2022, I have to have a few, but they have to be realistic and they have to be something that I can actually do. So I timed out what time I'm gonna dedicate every single day to getting those things in motion. And I'm just gonna wake up every day, carve out the time and do it. And then I'll let the rest of the day go where it normally goes because you can't change everything in one try. But that's what I did to get ready for this year. Now, I hope that you'll come along on this journey. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I want all of you to be my accountability partners and ask me questions about how it's going. Am I getting things done? Did all of those sticky notes, did they make a difference? Or was this just a couple of days in an apartment in Chicago and, with 2 cats? Hopefully it was more than that. I'm really excited about this year. I actually feel like I did 12 years ago when I first went into business for myself. I'm excited and I'm ready to make the changes. And I hope that you're feeling the same thing, because if you watch this whole video for 5 minutes, I know that you want to do something different as a solopreneur, that you want to create a solopreneur business plan that's going to help you go forward. And while I'm not trying to sell you anything, I'll answer any questions you have if you just email me at thom@thomsinger.com. Or leave comments down below and I'll answer them there. Thanks.